Shadows stretch and start to crawl. Moonlight whispers down the hall. A cauldron bubbles, it's calling me.
Welcome back to Georgie's Gorgeous Gifts in collaboration with the Friendship Express. The playlist will be linked at the end of the video as well as in the description, and it's a weekly collaboration full of brilliant people with fantastic makes, so take a look after you've watched this video. Today we're going to be making an original mould. So I'm starting off with this pumpkin mould, but the problem is that I want the pumpkin to sit that way up. So I can't have the stalk at the bottom. So I'm using some polymer clay just to fill in this stalk so that when I fill it up, that stalk isn't going to come out in the mould. So I'm just making sure that it's completely level so that we get a flat surface. So now I'm going to mix up some polyurethane. Now for those of you that are new to my channel or haven't seen polyurethane in the past, this is literally super casting resin that literally takes between 12 and 15 minutes to cure. So you literally have about 30 seconds mixing time, and then you've got about 3 or 4 minutes to play with before it literally starts to go warm in your hand and starts to cure. So this is a 1-to-1 ratio mix, so I'm pouring 50 grams of part A, 50 grams of part B, and this is actually real-time mixing. Now I know I say be prepared, but at this point you can't see me because I forgot my mixing stick. Of all things, a mixing stick. So all that, be prepared, and I'm the one that's not prepared. So I'm literally mixing for about 30 seconds. Like I say, this is real time. I haven't sped this up in any way. So I'm scraping the sides, scraping the bottom. You can see that I do reuse my cups, which is why it was already black in the bottom, because it doesn't matter. You can pour fresh polyurethane over cured polyurethane. So I've been mixing this for just over 30 seconds or so, and now it's time to pop it into the pumpkin. So I'm filling the pumpkin about 3/4 of the way up. And I'm also filling the teddy bear, but I'm only filling him so far. All I want is his head, because my idea is to use the head of the teddy bear and pop it onto the pumpkin and create a teddy bear pumpkin mould. At the point of doing this voiceover, I haven't got a clue whether this is going to work. So these are now fully cured. So after I demoulded this head, I checked to see whether it was the right size and the fit for this pumpkin mould. But this was just his head, and I wanted just a little touch more. So I ended up pouring another teddy bear, but just a little bit fuller this time. I wanted to get a little bit more of his body showing in the pumpkin. So yeah, this was take 2. So I left this one to cure. Again, it only took 15 minutes or so. So after the teddy bear was cured, I then poured a little bit of polyurethane into the top of the pumpkin and waited for that just to go a little bit thick. You can see it's already starting to cure, so that's about the right time to pop the head in. You can see it's quite stringy on the end of my stick. Once I'd got it to where I wanted it, I then held it in place for a couple of minutes until it had started to fully cure. This didn't take long at all. Now it's time to demould this. Again, 15-20 minutes later. And do you know what? It's come out exactly as I wanted it to. The teddy bear looks really cool inside this pumpkin, and I can actually put the pumpkin down flat because the polymer clay had stopped the stalk from being poured. So I'm just scraping out all the polymer clay that's left in the top of this piece. The problem was that it now still looked like 2 separate pieces. So I needed to sand it down so that it looked like it was meant to be one. So me being impatient, I went to sanding straight away, which caused me so much more work afterwards because it left like little grooves and dips. So after I'd give it a bit of a sand, I thought, it defo needs some legs. So I poured some legs with some Eco Pour that I was playing with at the time. But these were way too deep. I literally only needed millimetres. So I filled the mould, the teddy bear mould, with some polymer clay again. And I filled it practically to the top and literally left probably 2, maybe 3 millimetres where I could pour the legs. I already knew this was going to work because it had worked with the pumpkin. So again, for ease and speed, I used the Let's Resin white polyurethane to cure these bears. So I have popped this on hyperspeed for you. It is absolutely amazing stuff. You literally see it change before your very eyes. And again, this was cured in about 10 to 15 minutes. The other pieces are for the last few days video that originally was one video. So I was only using the bear with the feet at this point. So after demoulding the feet, I cleaned off all the polymer clay, but it was still a little bit too big. The feet were sticking out way too much and it just didn't look right. So I went to town with my sanding pads, and I did go to town. I made the whole piece smaller, so I literally went round the whole piece in the same shape and created the feet effectively again at the bottom, and tried to make it so that it looked like it was all part of this pumpkin. So I started off at an 80 grit and continued to go up the grits until I got to about 1,000. With sandpaper, the lower the number, the rougher it is. Even though this piece was really thin, I did notice before I popped it on the bear that the one side was bigger than the other. So I then got another piece of sandpaper and sanded it down to about 2 millimeters deep. So it was time to attach the pieces together. The only glue I had to hand was some rhinestone glue, so I did pour it all over the one piece and then tried to attach it. But you can see here, it goes all over my fingers, it goes all over the piece. Honestly, it was just a mess. But yeah, eventually I sort of left it alone and it stuck. But I still wasn't happy with the finish. So I needed to go in and fill in all the holes. I wanted this to look quite seamless. So when it was popped inside the silicone, it's going to look like it's meant to be all one mould. So after filling in all the holes that were made at the back when I popped the head in, I then popped it under my UV lamp to cure. Now I did originally start with some soft UV resin. Yeah, soft UV resin. It proper messed with my head when I first bought it. It literally bends when you cure it. It bends. It's UV resin that cures and bends. It's just mind-boggling. But anyway, I thought, you know what, it's not actually going to work with this. So I then went into all the gaps and the grooves all the way around with the Georgiesgorgeousgifts hard type resin. I went all around, all the bottom, all the feet, everywhere where it looked like it was a separate piece. I then decided that I was going to make some little leaves and a little stalk for the top of his head, like pumpkin leaves. For this, I'm using some air dry clay. Now, I'm not very good with air dry clay, but I did my best and made some little leaf shapes and a little stalk. But I had to be careful because I couldn't have it too thin or too long, because when pouring in the mould, I didn't want it to be snapping off. So yeah, it was quite hard to try and get it to that right level where it wasn't going to snap if I made a mould of it. So after attaching these 3 leaves to this bear's head, I marked in some little grooves with a knife, just to give it that little leaf detail. Hopefully it would again show up in the mould. So I still wasn't happy with the finish of this piece because it wasn't glossy enough and there were some dull patches from the sanding, and all these little imperfections were going to project onto the mould. So I gave the whole thing a coat of epoxy resin and left that to cure overnight. This then gave me the shiny finish that I was after. Now it was time to cast this mould in silicone. So I am using the 15-minute Georgiesgorgeousgifts brush on silicone for this, purely because you can cast after about 2 hours of making the mould. Now again, there are a fair few videos of me using this silicone, but for those of you that are new, this is a really fast acting silicone rubber that cures in about 15 minutes. So I start off with pouring it over the top of the mould and just continue to keep scooping it off the bottom and then back onto this teddy bear. But what I have realised this week from using this silicone rubber is the temperature of your room really makes a difference. For this one, I was stood by the door with the door open and it took ages to cure. When I had my heating on, it literally took 12 to 15 minutes. So this is now fully cured. I did make up 3 layers of 30 grams apiece, but after less than an hour it was ready to demould. So it comes off this plastic lid relatively easy. I then grab a cuticle tool and go all the way around this piece with this tool just to take off any excess silicone that's on the bottom of the mould. It just leaves a much smoother finish. So after going round all of this mould, I then get a pair of scissors and cut off all around the edge. It was now time for the dreaded demould. As much as I love this part, it also scares me, because what if it turns out completely wrong? So I was worried about it coming apart, I was worried about it breaking, but then I seen the pattern of the pumpkin on the mould itself and I started to get a little bit excited. Then come the next problem, the head. I was worried about breaking the little stalk off, I was worried about it coming apart. And as I'm trying to demould it, I spot like a flap and I'm thinking, no, that shouldn't be there, but it should because of his head. But the little stalk has come off, but it's done its job. It's made the indent in the mould. Unfortunately, it's not going to make the indent in the other silicone mould, so I'm going to have to find a way of gluing that back on, maybe using some UV resin to make it shiny again. But yeah, it seems to have turned out pretty well. So whenever I've made a new mould, I like to test them out first with EcoPore just to see whether there are any leakages or whether there are any imperfections. And yet the top has snapped off, but it doesn't really matter because now we can make an original. So I thought rather than use EcoPore, why not use polyurethane? So you don't need to see me mix that up again, but this is the teddy bear in hyperspeed. Again, it really fascinates me how quick it turns, particularly because these bears are so deep. Right, now it's time to demould this beauty. I mean, it is still really quite warm. I'm hoping that it made the mould that I wanted, because nobody in the world will have this mould. And to be honest, I was probably a little bit too impatient with this one because this, while demoulding, actually burnt my fingers. Yeah, it was still really quite warm. But guess what? Eventually, after managing to get it all the way off, yeah, it turned out not too bad. Unfortunately, you can see a bit that's stuck here, and I did have a look inside the mould after I'd completely taken it off, because I'd actually thought the polyurethane had melted the mould itself, but it hadn't. Where I'd put 2 layers, there was a gap in between the two, like an air bubble, and that has caused this bear to have like an extra chunk on the front of his face. But other than that, I am so pleased with the way it's come out. Even his little knobbly bits and the leaves on his head, everything. But this is the extra bit on his face that I was on about. So after checking out the mould and using some super glue to try and seal this gap, I thought even if this mould I can't use it again, I've now got an original. But I needed to get rid of this bit on the front of his face. So out comes the Dremel. If I was to do it over again, I would put the feet upwards rather than on the bottom. But other than that, I was really pleased with it. So I wanted to cast this again in normal silicone. But guess what? My last bit of silicone and disaster struck. I went to the end of the road to get my eldest daughter, and when I come back, my kitchen work surface was like this. That's me being too lazy to go to the shed to get the proper housing for silicone moulds. So this is a new silicone I'm using. Usually I've got a brand that I go to, but this was on offer, so I thought I'd try it. The good thing about this is that this comes in 2 parts and 2 colours. So the one side is green, and it is a gorgeous green, and the other side is clear. So I hunted and hunted for a pot that was going to be deep enough and big enough for this mould, and decided the only thing I had was this jug. So I'm using some double-sided tape to stick to the bottom of this teddy bear, and then attaching it to the bottom of the jug. But unfortunately, because it had been covered in silicone already, it was too slidey and the tape didn't stick. I didn't anticipate the amount that this jug actually held, so I did transfer it into a smaller tub. But regardless, this took just over 1 litre to fill. So I also decided to make a mould of the frog that I'd made yesterday. But I couldn't find anything to put them in, so I used a ceramic cup for the frog, one that we don't use. And this is what I mean by using normal silicone. There is so much waste. So once this was fully cured, I could not get that frog mould out of that ceramic cup at all in any way, shape or form. I cut myself. I tried for a good 40 minutes, so I thought I'm not having that with this pot, so I just decided to cut the thing off. So I have sped this bit up for you because again this took a while. Once it was out of the container, I had a little bit of a problem. So after removing the excess silicone from the top, I attempted to get it out of this mould. But after all this work and finally getting it out of this tub, I could not, for the love of me, get this out of this mould. Couldn't get the piece out whatsoever. And I tried all sorts. And I mean, I tried isopropyl alcohol, I tried washing up liquid, oh, everything you can imagine. And it was not budging. So other than cutting this out, I really don't know what to do. I mean, I'd literally cut myself. I tried for 45-50 minutes to get this out. It wasn't budging. So I decided to recast a new piece. So to stop that extra bit from attaching to his face where I'd put the two layers together, I'd superglued it and we're going to try casting it and see whether we come out with the same thing and whether I fixed the issue. If not, we're going to have to cut this piece out. So I'm just using some black aquacast to fill the original mould that I'd made with the Georgiesgorgeous silicone, whilst I'm still trying to figure out a way of getting this teddy bear out without ruining the whole lot. I mean, it's a litre of silicone. Oh, and I still can't get the one out the ceramic cup either. I've tried spoons and knives and yeah, nightmare. So I left this to fully cure. So now this is fully cured, we're going to demould it. And this is the ceramic cup that I was on about earlier with the frog in. I cannot get it out. Not at all, in any way, shape or form. And I can't still get the pumpkin teddy bear mould out of this one. Yeah, it's... yeah, I got no words. I really got no words. If anybody has any suggestions, I would love to know a way of getting this out without totally ruining it. So now it's time to demould this, and there's so much wrong with it, it's unreal. I need to start this project from scratch, maybe with the feet at the front rather than underneath, and yeah, making sure that I take closer care on the first layer of the mould because that's where all the problems have stemmed from. Because I'd sealed it with super glue, it had left all underneath the chin all weird, and yeah, plus I don't like him all in black. But I am severely running out of time, so I will be uploading a reel when I redo it all. Yeah, this one hasn't been as good as I wanted it to be, but the theory and the idea is there, so I thought, right, let's try and touch him up a little bit. So I decided to paint the leaves green. Now, for some reason, every brush I picked up was rock hard. It had some form of epoxy or UV on it. Yeah, so I did try 2 or 3 brushes. So I did the best I could with what brushes I had and painted this all green. Then went to put some googly eyes on him just to make him look a little bit different because I think the black just overtook the piece. It didn't, show the definition or the leaves or anything. But that was another mistake because the googly eyes just made it look a bit demented and yeah, just weird. So overall, I need to reattempt the mould or at least try and get this one out of this silicone. So although this hasn't quite turned out as I expected, I think it's still good to show people that actually even someone that's been at it for years still gets it wrong on times. The basis of the theory is there. And I will keep trying. So I will leave you with some glamour shots. Not that this is very glamorous, but hope you've enjoyed the video. I've been Tony from Georgie's Gorgeous Gifts. Stay safe, happy crafting, and bye for now.